Well, we are looking at another mild afternoon ahead of us, less cloud coverage and less wind than we saw yesterday. So overall, pretty comfortable out there. Most of the area climbing at least above freezing, but folks further to the south likely spending another day in the low 40s. 40 degrees for our high in La Crosse. Tad warmer than we were yesterday, but overall fairly comparable. 34 for the high this afternoon in Eau Claire. Again, less wind today, and we're actually going to see a shift in the wind direction. Still a bit of a breeze out there, not really too noticeable whatsoever as we go into the rest of the afternoon. By the evening, little to no wind at all, but we're still seeing that northwest flow to start the day off. Once we get into the overnight period, those winds start to blow more out of the east, and they'll continue to switch around as we go into tomorrow, becoming even more southerly for tomorrow morning and going into the afternoon. Light winds overall tomorrow as well, but that direction is going to bring that warmer air back into the area after a couple days of that northwest flow. We saw that warm air cut off. Didn't necessarily make us all that cooler, but we weren't getting any warmer. That's going to change as we get into the end of the week, and it'll likely stay that way as we go all the way into the start of next week. So a stretch of warmer, milder, above average weather ahead of us. Still not quite as warm tomorrow, but above average nonetheless. Pretty similar to where we were today. We'll have more clouds tonight further to the south, so you'll notice a big difference in our overnight lows, for the most part in the mid-20s for anyone south of I-94. But as we go further to the north, seeing less cloud coverage out there, therefore a little chillier overall, no cooler than the teens at the coldest once we wake up tomorrow morning. For the afternoon, then comparable to where we were today, maybe a little bit warmer. Going to see that gradual warming since those winds will have shifted by tomorrow morning. Comparable to today again, but still well above average. We're just spoiled at this point. 44 in La Crosse, 39 in Eau Claire. Most of the area now will actually be getting closer to that 40-degree mark if you haven't quite hit it yet, and folks even further to the south, closer to that 50-degree mark. Won't have to wait too long to see those 50s enter into the forecast, though. Just to put it in perspective, while we're talking about even warmer conditions, today and tomorrow are still well above average. As we get towards the end of meteorological winter, which ends at the end of February, we see these temperatures, average highs, warming up much more. Today, we're sitting at that average right near freezing. Continues to rise up. So while our average high is near freezing, of course, when we're talking about highs in the 40s, we're still well above normal, but we're going to continue to rise with that southerly flow for tomorrow, and that will really warm us up through the end of the week. Friday, we're looking at near record highs. We definitely have some ground to make up if we want to get there. La Crosse, the record on Friday, record high 53, set back in 1921. Right now, the forecast calling for about 49, so we're 4 degrees off from that. In Eau Claire, a little closer, still a 3-degree difference from the record and what we're forecasting. For Saturday, that's going to be another day. Friday and Saturday just overall have somewhat cooler records compared to what we have next week. So these are really only going to be the 2 days that we're looking at. The possibility a little bit closer in both cities on Saturday, with La Crosse about 3 degrees off from the record. Eau Claire just 2 degrees shy of the record. And this has been a warming trend all week long, so those temperatures still continue to rise. There's going to be a chance either way, even if we don't get the records, it's going to be quite nice out there. Multiple days spent in the low 50s as we go into the weekend.
Yeah, that is looking amazing.
We're
all going to appreciate
just
that.
Just in time for Valentine's Day, too.
Just in time. Thank you for that, Nicole.